Hey, rise and grind. I got the Glurky mug. Check it out. Official Glurky mug. That's what I'm rising and grinding with. Hey, Frankenbeans, good morning. It's so early. Oh wow. We got players online. It's always a sight to see. Right? It's official. So there's two different mug sizes at the Glurky store. This is the smaller of the two. And I'd say it's a pretty standard mug size because I was looking, I was reading the ounces, and I was the one I had originally selected. I was like, wait a second, this is like huge. Which, hey, nothing wrong with a huge mug, but I was looking for a normal size mug, so I got the smaller of the two. It was really high quality. I love it. Let's see if the coffee inside's any good. Still hot. Yeah. Yeah, a big old mug is great. That's true. That's true. Maybe I made the wrong decision, honestly, but um, I just wanted to let you know in case you're shopping. Um, this is the smaller, and it's a good size. Solid. I wouldn't even say standard. I think standard is probably a little smaller. I think it's like I don't know. I don't know. Gotta get all the mugs out and line them up. I think really compare and contrast. But like I got a mug, I got it at the secondhand store. It's from like what used to be a diner in the area. One of their and like a diner mug is tiny compared to this one. Anyways, I don't know why I'm going on and on and on about mug sizes. How are you doing? We're just getting started over here. It's Lower Duck on Red 99. This is the you can call the scene of the crime. Really, there's some big action down here on this. I was gonna say Sunday, but it was a Tuesday. Even more unexpected. Tuesday afternoon stream. Log in for some EQ, and the ops did too. The ops logged in for some EQ too, and who knows? Maybe they'll do it again today. We'll see. Looking at the list, I see some familiar names on the list actually. Overall, probably mostly friendly. But yeah, the Warriors, pretty good. I like the Warrior. I got to play a little of the Warrior on Tuesday, but it was I don't even want to get into it. I was trying to chase them around, and they would log off the stuff that was in range to me, and then log on the other one. You know what I mean? But then there was like three of them, and then it was like the other way around. It is what it is. EQ PvP is fun. It's like a roller coaster, but um, they can't keep up with me in Gawk. That was their issue. We'll see if they try to correct that today. I told them, I said, hey, Thursday morning I'll be on again. Look for me. But all right. So to start the stream, we're at about I'm gonna call that 44%. Let's see if I'm right. Load skin duck throat. I said 44%. 45%. Nice. I'm going back to bellies. All right, so 45% noted. Let's see if we can get at least over 50% in the next couple hours, if not even higher. This part of the basement's a little low level though, but kind of some of my top priority names to kill, just because the drops are so good. Such good plat. Execution racks like 187 flat for me, 187. That's good. That's actually the same thing that the adamantite epilot sell for me with my charisma. I'll take it. Not lore. The Dark Reaver's the rare drop off the Cavalier too, so it's like um, mostly epilogues. But for the Executioner, um, the rare item is the good one, and it's lore, so it's like I kill it, but I think Cavalier is the superior camp. And I moved the fungi tunic over to well adjusted, so we're cobalt powered today. Did I already kill? I must already killed that wizard. It hasn't come down yet. Okay. This room can be tough, depending on what's up in the room. If the Cavalier's up and both the ads are pretty high level, I mean it's a tight fight for me. Even though it's all like green. So I'll play it safe. I'll get full HP, and you know, I'll kind of min max every transaction I can do here. Bow quest for the hit, swap over after in case I riposte. Helps to turn attack on. I got rooted right away. Just not good. I was gonna be trying to kite these a little bit until I stuck a root on one, and I was gonna switch weapons. There's a root on one, but I'm still rooted. All right. Actually, try to land a slow on it. Worth a shot for a couple rounds anyway. If I don't see it gets drowsy or whatever, it yawns. I'm just gonna swap back to DPS. Okay, no slow. Not this time. Yeah, there is one more in the room. Go mess with that shortly. Okay. The only thing about the Cobalt breastplate is that it takes so long to click, you know? But it's better than sitting. It's even better than sitting with the fungi tunic. Or maybe sitting with the fungi tunic would be better, but I don't think so. I think this how regens that too. With the drawback being I gotta be here clicking it over and over. I lost my hat again. I don't know if you noticed. I haven't worn my hat in like probably 3 streams. Just keep misplacing it. Probably in my boss's van again. Keep doing that. Yeah, let's refresh all my clickies while we're here. I got like the whole toolkit, right? X that or a weighted axe for, that type of action. Canyoneer pike for a little slow proc. Got the snare proc with the whip. Got the root proc shovel. What else? What else we got? Oh, we got the OT hammer. We got this shield storm in case I want to proc something else. Except like croaking dirk. I'm not really using that one lately. It's not bad though. No complaints. My offhand wep is the Sarnak Lightning Collar, which is pretty cool looking. It's a nice proc. Let's kill this one too. Why not? It's just green. Alright. See if I proc a slow. Not that it really matters on this low level guy, but it's fun. Oh. Alright, I tried to proc a slow. No slow this time. Nice procs. Alright. Keep it pushing. As a warrior, I'm not as mobile, right? If I gotta go somewhere, I gotta drink a potion, or I gotta just clear my way on foot. So we're clearing our way on foot. I'm going to some of the other names in the zone. This next room's hard though. Be right back. Okay. Maybe hard isn't the right word for the next room. Sorry, I had to sneeze. I always try to turn the cam off before a sneezing fit. Tis the season that the allergies are a little affected by the season. But anyways, let me put my root. Stick a root on something. They stuck a root on me. Frank and me. Did it work? Did they have any clue? You could be two things. Uh-oh. Brahmi switched tunes. Is he gonna come try and mess with us? It worked, Frankenbeans. Nice. Hey, Grimlost, good morning. Great to see you. Just getting started over here. Anybody drinking coffee? Cheers. I raised my glurky mug to you. Nice crippling blow here. Saw that? 500 damage. 502. Yeesh. Getting crunched up. Nice. Okay. So this is the PvP server. This is coin loot. So, by carrying around all this plat, I'm putting a little bullseye on my back right now. We'll see how brave the ops are this morning if I want to try to get this. They're not gonna. It's the same plat I was carrying on Tuesday stream plus more, you know? I've only sweetened the pot since then. But I'm mostly down here for plat right now, but every now and then, as you see, I'm getting a little XP. Right? This last kill was XP, maybe the one before that. Yeah, 2 XP ones in that room. It's nice. It's something. Honest work. But I'm gonna put I think the shovel is my default equip, right? Shovel's ready for anything. I like the shovel for PvP. I like the shovel for, 2 or more frogs. It's not even bad. If I'm fighting a frog 1v1, it's not even a bad weapon. It's nice. The ratio on this thing is nice. But if I don't need the root, I can find a better proc probably. But I get to test my what I would say one of my weaker traits, right? My patience. I'm not the most patient EverQuest player. I like to go go go. I like to push it. I like to pull when I have no health, etc., etc. I can't as the warrior. I can't do that because I can't just like feign death and get out of it. I gotta I gotta play smart right now for a change. So that's why I'm standing here healing instead of just running into the next room. Next room's a little I think they just keep getting tougher from here on out. So we're gonna hit safe hall, and then we'll be in like the other wings, and those are tougher than the tower basement that we're in right now. So tough, in fact. Some of these names, I don't know if I can kill it unless I get lucky with a early route where I can back up, heal, um, you know, kind of cycle through stuff, do what I gotta do, land a slow, etc., etc., or just straight kite them around the basement. That's doable too. Um, but as far as standing toe to toe, I don't think I could go toe to toe with a frenzy. I don't think I could even go toe to toe with a bloodthirsty. Toe to toe with a dar, in fact, is risky enough. We'll see how it goes. I'm here for fun anyway, right? Like, it's Thursday morning. Got up bright and early, play some EverQuest, and we're just getting started. So, this game just, it puts me in a good mood, you know? Probably like, what, 6 more heals after that one? Probably 5 or 6. Let's go. I mean, it's good to stay healthy, just in case anyone just decides to come visit down here. I don't want to be, you know, too crunched up. A little crunched up is okay, but not too crunched up. two more, or this one, and then one more. And then the haste refresh. I might as well lev refresh. It's free. And then I'm ready to break. I think the next one's just a single pull. Honestly, I don't think it's anything too scary. We'll see. Okay. Oh yeah, level up. I'm like, what am I doing with my bag? All right. Next up, Easy Whiz. Okay, I know it says I'm burned every time I hit it, but it's like a 2 point damage shield. It's really nothing. Like maybe I took a little extra damage using the dual wield versus the two-hander, but I don't think it. On an Erd Ghoul, I'm not too concerned. A Core Ghoul, yeah, maybe I'll. Alright, back to Root Shell. Surprised it didn't see me right there. I think that's the one I want. Next time that wand walks by, I'm pulling it. I think here it comes. Maybe? Alright, whatever. I'm going to safe fall. Oh shit. That's not one. What did I say about my patience? Alright, one root. I don't want to kill these wizards. Don't want to get dispelled. Yeah. Wasn't there two wizards? Where'd the other one go? They better not have trained on me. Kind of seems like maybe. Either that or I only had three things and not four like I thought. But we'll see if a whole bunch come down that hall. And it's just some, silly guck shit. Something warps and trains you. Tale as old as time. Alright, Berserk. Alright. Cast one heal while the root's on. There's that lightning proc. I love it. I love that it works indoors. Lightning spells indoors are cool. But a single target. Definitely not AoE. back to healing. So, I think there's probably just about a couple minutes until the repops in Executioner and Cav. So I'm going to clear those, and then I'm going to rush back to Safeall before the repops in between, and then I can push on a little more. Um, I'll try to do a harder camp for the rest of the stream after clearing the two money camps again, I think. Like I said, on the Warrior, I'm not nearly as mobile, right? On Shadow Knight, I would just IVU and go to the next named. Um, no BS, no filler, but I get a lot less um, trash frog kills that way. And the trash frogs are kind of nice too. They drop, little gems and plat here, plat there. It adds up. It really does. I know there's better ways to make plat in this game, but you know, I'm also having fun. I'm also comfortable. The water's fine. Guck is it's the perfect level of damp, moist. All right. Definitely gonna get into a fight with some frogs if I go back that way. So let me play it safe. Let me heal up. You might notice that level 1 barbarian named Lager is offline. I'm sure it's not the last we've seen of them. We'll be back. But maybe they're actually playing a tune right now. Maybe the person we know as Lager is actually Peso or something. Who knows? You can only speculate wildly. All right. A couple more heals. Maybe like three more. I was trying to convince Chester to hop up, but he's being elusive. He wants to rub on my legs instead, but he's here. Um, you know, good guy. Good guy, Chester. Why am I kiting it like I'm using the two-hander? Let me stop that. Put the two-hander back on. Haste is fading. I forgot to refresh haste. That was a choice. There we go. What we get? What we get? One plat. Okay. So, like I said, if I push back here, see what we see. Probably just starting to repop. Well, with that in mind, let me just sit right here. Or, you know, stand here and cast. Oh, come here, buddy. And then I'll be able to, you know, kill this pop before it buffs or anything like that. If someone's a pet, if it's the named. Um, I'm just not sure what'll pop first. The ad over here or the named right here. I'm not sure what order I killed them, but I know this third one is going to be late. But that being said, I killed Executioner first, so let me see how Executioner's looking. Okay, so I'm still way early. Here's the two trash mobs in the hall. I killed those, and then I killed Executioner. I rooted that Vizgul immediately. I'm like, where'd it go? That's where it went. Another pop. So we got the two hall frogs and the stair frog, you know? Whatever. Easy frogs. Easy frogs. If I sit, I'll end up pulling like a whole room of them because the rooted guy, right? Maybe not. Maybe that would have been fine. But okay, if that named is up, that means Cavalier's coming soon. Maybe I'll wait over here. I think it's worth it for me to just wait here and kill these pops one by one ASAP. And if the root breaks on the other thing, well, great. It runs to me and I kill it. No, levitate faded. Got to keep these clickies up. All right. Dang, what happened to all the players? Everybody logged off at once. Group over. Bedtime. Sun's up. You know, I get it. I get it. Yeah, sun's up. I got up bright and early. I started the stream a couple minutes early this morning. Um, I couldn't wait any longer. I was just that excited. I love this game. I wonder if Fippy Darkpaw gets like that too. Like he knows he's supposed to pop in like 3 more minutes, but he's like, I'm just, I'm just that sick of all humans right now. They've ruined their own lands. I gotta spawn. I gotta hit Kanos now. You know? All right, root is off of that frog. Should be arriving. Right? There he is. There he is. All right. Any second now we got. Now that I think about it, after I kill all the other stuff, I had to heal back up. So there's probably another couple minutes here, which means I'm gonna go pull the executioner again. It should be single, right? We just killed all the other ads. Um, I'll just shoot it with the arrow. And I'm going back in that room. And if I fight two, three things at once, oh, hello. I fight two, three things at once. It's fine. I don't think I've slow procced on anything all stream yet. There's one. Just in time for it to die. Sweet. All right. Yeah. Looking tough. This tough crew. Nobody wants to mess with this. Well, back to safe hall and beyond. Let's go. Pretty much clear still. This is green. For the slow. No slow. At least I'm getting one hand blunt skill ups too, though. About time. Alright. Next one's actually tough, right? The Dar. I call him Trouble, right? I got a name for this Dar coming up. And if you spend any time in this area, you probably know why I call him Trouble. He's troublesome. And he's always the highest level possible Dar. What level's that? I don't know. 45 maybe, something like that. Doesn't sound like much, but he hits like a truck and he's got a ton of HP. Um, Star things, but that's the bread and butter. That's what we're here for. Uh-oh. Apop's looking at my gear. Let's see. Let's see what my gear looks like. I don't even remember. It's been so long. Some of it's really good, but I think it might be lacking in a couple slots. Um, Here we go. Read ring. I could probably do better, a little better. Uh, but everything else I think is looking pretty good, right? We've got a lot of no drop Chardock stuff going on. Mithril arms and legs. Yeah, pretty basic, but you know, I gotta do what you gotta do. Lodi boots, classic for a reason. I can maybe do a little better. SSB, you know, honestly pretty solid. I got no complaints. Most of this stuff's pretty good. Speaking of no drop Chardock loot, official bow quester. Anyways, I'm standing here looking at that stuff instead of casting the BP heal. Good. Chester, come here, buddy. He looked away. He's doing that. That's the thing about zero channeling. I swear, sometimes you're standing so still, and it still interrupts. You know, it's great. I must have moved, levitated too hard. Come here, buddy. Nope, nope. Getting nothing from this guy this morning. All right. Oh, here he comes. Come here, buddy. This one's dark blue. Nope, he walked right by. All right. Where's the slow? No slow, huh? Is what it is. Okay. Well, that was certainly better than honestly soloing it. Because usually when I kill a thing, I have to resort to bow quest. I have to kite it around this pillar until I can land a root, and then I usually bow quest it down because I'm like, you know, near death, and the frog is not. Um, but hey, whatever works. Take a little monk help. Honestly, if you're feign death and stuff for me, I should probably be on the friggin' enchanter. The enchanter needs XP more than this warrior does. In fact, I don't know why I'm not on the chance. It's because I was so looking for a fight this morning. I logged on the warrior, started talking trash immediately. Um, Carrying 300 plus plat. You know, I got a one-track mind. But real talk, if the enchanter gets, I think one more level and get a lure, and then it's game over. You know, just ride a lure into the sunset. All right. Yeah, everybody that's up early with me this morning, good morning. How you doing? Not even 7 a.m. yet, and we're locked in to some EQ. Real big gains this morning as far as platinum experience and fun goes. Also some skill ups. Can't deny the importance. How I managed to have so low of one hand blunt skill as a level 55 warrior, I couldn't tell you, but hey, I'm working on it. Piercing too. Piercing's going up. My two-hand skills are all good, I do believe. Let me look. Let's see the list. Okay. Yeah, oh yeah. Two-hand slash could go up a couple points, but one-hand blunt's got to go up another like buck 50. And piercing, what do we got? Yeah, it's getting there. 220. Pretty good. But I do have a weapon that procs a better AC buff. Oh, what's this? Ooh, the Ring of Shadows. Thank you. Don't mind if I do. I'm gonna give you a fresh pumice for that. A freshie. You got levitate or no? I don't think. So. I think we got to go around, huh? Or wait, you can feign death through. All right, Erd Ghoul Wizard. This is pretty low level pop for this spot. Yes. All right, next. Definitely want to kill this one. And then I need HP. There's no way, even with a monk, powerful monk, apoplexy here. Um, Still need a little more HP for the next run. Oh, I hit it with the sword. Just in time. The fight's almost over. All right. Let's look in the next run, but I'm not pulling it yet. Not yet. Not yet. What we get? Dar, Zal, and a Yun. Yun is pretty low. Seen worse. As far as frenzy rooms go, it's pretty easy. Pretty easy three. Dang, what happened to all the players? When I logged on this morning, I was blown away. There's like the list was almost cut short. There's so many players. Definitely double digits. Down to five. The few, the proud. But admittedly, 6:47 a.m. is not peak time on this server. But you know, if you're in a different country, it's a different time. That's how it works, right? Globe and stuff. Down to four players. Well, I'm alone in the zone again. Let's see. Now we gotta. Never seen that name before. Mumple. Pretty good name. getting full HP. Honestly, even with full HP, this room is, like I said, it's the easier, it's hard to get a easier spawn than a green Dar, green Zal, and a green Yun. They're all dark green. They'll give XP. Um, but even the easy three there, that Dar is gonna tear me up. I can't go toe to toe with it. I gotta get sneaky with it. Okay, anti-pyretic in the zone. Well, I'll be fine. Honestly, what I was thinking of doing before anti-pyretic popped in, I was gonna maybe pull with a let me show you since I'm done casting. I wish you could open backfill casting. It's a little annoying. Crystalline Silk Net, right? I got a one charge right there, two charges right there, two charges right there. Now they're really hard to use in combat as a warrior, right? Zero channeling. They're not instant cast on the server anymore. They don't even work in PvP, so who cares that they had you know what I mean? Now they have a cast time anyway. So they're really hard to use on me. But I could pull with it, right? Route one, have the other two come, and then hopefully, stick a root on one of the other two with the shovel and take them out one by one. In theory, everything always goes that smooth, right? When you plan it out. But, you know, we'll see how it actually goes. But, you know, that'll probably be later in the morning after Yonder Wiley goes to bed because for now, I'm gonna save my root charges if we're doing it together. No need to get fancy on it. I think I have more roots in the bank too, but hold on, so I gotta sneeze again. Yeah, I'm back. Sorry. What we doing? What we doing? I'll let you pull. I'm just a warrior. What do you want from me? Oh yeah, it's getting crunched up. Oh, the lightning proc is a stun too. Oh, love it. Too bad that means they'll probably never land in PvP, but that's cool. All right, so the slow. These ones are good to slow, right? I said these ones are good to slow. Come on, come on, proc. Let's go. It's the life of a warrior, right? Just waiting for that proc so you can switch weapons. And the proc never comes. Or waiting for that proc so you can take aggro, right? That's always stressful. You're counting on it for, the whole team's counting on it and just not procking. Like, I'm trying, I swear. Ooh. Look at that quadruple proc. They both proc twice in a row. Love that. Look, should probably put the snare whip on. That works too. Yeah, one more in this room. Nothing too crazy, just a little Zal. Nice early slow proc, love it. One hand blunt 93. Gonna be triple digits before you know it. Alright. Well, Brahmi, I figured out that your Necro's 26. Grats on 26, right? I can't pull a fast one on me. When the list is this short. I'm gonna make inferences. He must be getting out of the Crushbone game, you know? Um 26, that's a little high for Crushbone. You heard that Orc friend's coming back, I guess, and he said, I'm out of here. Yeah, this just a little trash brog right here. It's nothing. Nothing. But down below, this is a good one. I'm gonna put the slow proc on. I would sure love an early proc on this. Let's see. Can it happen? Can we get a nice quick yawning? There it goes, a yawn. Yeah, with that slow proc, honestly, the Dars aren't nearly as scary as they used to be. They're still pretty scary, don't get me wrong. But level it procs early. I looted this thing like by accident, right? I was just derping around in Droga on the Shadow Knight, and there was a goblin holding it, and I was like, "What is this?" I think it was probably the dude who told me, or somebody in the chat, was a real one for letting me know, like, "Hey, that's warrior slash rogue, no drop. You're gonna want it. Don't kill the thing first and then look at it," which is what I was about to do. Um, so anyway, I got the warrior there to loot it, and then I put it in my bag and forgot all about it, and just been living life. I just recently busted it out, and I said, actually, you know what? Being able to slow on a warrior is cool. Actually, who would have thought? But anyway, down below there's a room with 3 Dars, and the risk versus reward in there right now for me as a warrior. It's just too much risk, not enough reward. They're not placeholders for anything. They're just Dars. Which is good. That's good XP. But 3 Dars at once, no way. Absolutely not. That's too much. And they're in such a way that I can't uh, open up with a root like I would have done in this room here. Um, Here, at least with levitate, I'm high enough up. I can see stuff over there, cast on it, cast on that one over there, whatever. Um, Try to pull with the root, but yeah. Going back towards, going back to Cavalier. It's probably about that time. Ooh, repops. Yes, that's really slow. Yeah, it's just a green con, but hey, taking less damage is good. All right, I'm back on my own. Overall, I'm soloing still. I didn't change the stream title, so I hope nobody saw us duoing and be like, this guy's not soloing. He doesn't know what solo means. I was soloing, and now I'm soloing again. So it's you know, overall. Oh boy. Hmm. Come on, proc. Yeah, I kind of fucked up over here. You're gonna save me? Thank you. Wow. That was a good save. I ran in a little willy-nilly. I still got my disciplines. The ghouls are just getting started this morning. It's true. How you doing, the dude? Good to see you. I was just talking about Canyoneer Pike. I gave you credit for telling me about Canyoneer Pike. Do I remember this correctly? Right. The ghouls, they look forward to this grind session. Yeah, yeah, it definitely was you then. That's the way I remember it. I was just running through Droga collecting skins, etc. And it was up, and you were like, "Yo!" Oh, good, more frogs. Antipyretic Highlander over here said it was bedtime. But look at me. Look at me getting in trouble, needing help. It's a pally thing, right? Pallies can't help it. They can't just sit idly by. How I like it, I love it. It's great. I've been working into the rotation. I just got an early proc with it on one of my target frogs, and it felt so good. You know, you take like no damn like that's why I was so overconfident and ran into the next room without healing and pulled like three plus frogs immediately. Right? Great luck. Well, I'm using a shovel right now. I got a lot of weapons to switch between right now. It's fun. I like it. Oop, I do actually have a topaz staff. Yoink. All right, back to it. Back to Cavalier. How many Pathers we still got derping around? I think they all already aggroed me, except for this guy. Executioner's up with the hood. That's a nice, like 40 or 50 plat. Yeah, I gotta drop a couple weapons off in the bank to be honest, like, 'cause it's getting ridiculous. I don't need the SCD on me right now. Satellite Croaking Dirk, that was what I was using before the Lightning Caller. Same thing with Jagged Blade of Morning. You know, an excellent offhand weapon. I just don't have room for it. Can't really work it in. Um, oh yeah, Guck is a happy zone and will be treated as such. I got a lot of plat on me today. You know, I'm trying to tempt the ops. Um, you know how I do. I get in here, I start talking all brash, all bold. Um, they don't want it. They don't want it unless there's three of them, you know, and then they might want it a little bit. As seen on Tuesday, that was fun. Tuesday afternoon, getting some PvP action on Red 99 in 2025, and it was like heavy. It was hot and heavy for like a while. Love that heart pounding action. They don't want the smoke. So I think for me personally, the most heart pounding the action got on Tuesday was when I was like, oh, they can't keep up with me, and I like juked them in upper guck, and I ran ahead because I was doing a res. I was on the cleric to res. Who's I resing? One of the guys. One of the guys needed a res down there. So I was like, oh, they can't keep up with me. I juked them with the J boots, and I got through upper guck, and I went to lower guck, and I realized I didn't have IVU memmed, so I was like trying to open the spell book and like calmly mem IVU, but knowing that there's like a freaking 56 warrior like right on my ass, like my heart was pounding so hard that I almost had to put like two hands on the mouse to like keep it a little more steady because it was like it was really fun. I love that shit. Well, I got it. I was that far ahead of them that I was able to mem the IVU, cast the IVU, get ahead, res, and then shit went south after that for the team. But I was fine. They still couldn't keep up with me. J boots are too friggin' fast. I see the Cavaliers up, right? Is that what I just saw? I was I think I saw Skelly legs. No, no Cavalier. Just seeing what I want to see. All right, here we go. Yeah, I was oh, love that. Nice quick proc. The root. Another nice quick root proc. Let's try a slow proc just as quick. It's a dark green. Stuff's too easy to be sweating at this hard. It's like sweat mode when you're freaking trying to swap leps like this. Sweat mode activated. But it's just, it's how warriors do. You don't got anything else going on. So if you're not sweating the stuff you can do, what are you even doing? Just derping around and hitting auto attack, spamming taunt or something? No. No, no, no. KH fan, what's going on? Good morning. Hey, don't worry about caps. It makes me think you're really excited. Just getting started over here. I gotta refill the Glurky mug. Shout out to Glurky. Um, Rise and Grind, Coffee and Frogloks, etc., etc. Um, Let me refill this. Speaking of just auto attacking stuff, um, I was gonna just hit auto attack and walk away, but no, no. Let me at least try to. There we go. Now, all right. Be right back. Be right back. Let me fill this up. We're just getting started over here. You know what's funny? Speaking of attacking and walking away, I was fighting some gargoyles. Typical, and on my level 60 Shadow Knight, I kill the gargoyles every time. I don't care. They're nice plat. Um, Anyways, I'm fighting the gargoyles, and I put attack on and I walked away, and I forgot that I was playing, and I came back like a few minutes later, and just as the last gargoyle is dying to a riposte, I killed one gargoyle with auto attack, and then the next two just kept attacking me until I eventually killed them with riposte. For all I know, the last one fled and came back multiple times while I was gone. All I know is I saw it get killed by my riposte when I came back from AFK. It's really funny, sloppy. It's really, this is the PvP server. You can't just be walking away like that. But I did. I did on my level 60 Shadow Knight. But I was fine. It's Guck. This is my zone. You know, I run this shit. On Hero's Journey, made a Rogue Druid Ranger, 57 AAs on a level 47. Nice. AAs are fun. I wish we had AAs on P99 so much. Like, it'd give me something to do. But what I want more than AAs is a fresh server. Like, just wipe it clean. Um, put us out of our misery. Before I make another Shadow Knight, I will. I'll do it. How many Shadow Knights I got right now? I gotta work on Pewee, right? My He's my newest troll Shadow Knight. I gotta finish his eye patch again. So you know how I do. I like the J boots. I like the Lev cloak. If I'm keeping them low level, I like the Lev cloak. Otherwise, I'll tough it out. I'll live without the Lev cloak until I can get high enough for the earring. Right. I love Shadow Knights. I gotta do what I gotta do because um, they made the PvP range ±4. Once upon a time, it used to be ±8. So I only needed so many tunes to have all the level ranges covered. And then they made it a dynamic range, they called it, right? Where low levels had ±4, mid levels had ±6, and high levels had ±8. Once you were 40 plus, I believe it went to 8. Um, that, it didn't last. I went to the ±4 as it is now, which, you know, if you're trying to cover every PvP range, that's a lot. That's a lot of ranges. Um, I think I got every range covered now, but I don't have every range covered with a Shadow Knight. I want to do that. That's my goal. I want a harm touch for everybody. Anybody can get it. Um, just because it's my favorite. Harm touch is the best finisher. You know, in my opinion. What do I know though? But yeah, so Pewee, he's got the J boots, he's got the Lev cloak, doesn't have the eye patch. Working on it. Pop gun, he's got um none of the above. I need all of those on pop gun. Yeah, get 100 AAs. Why not? Why not? I mean, the hero's journey does sound fun. It's not what I usually look for EverQuest, but if I think of it as something that's, its own game, then it's something that's interesting at the very least. I just wish they had, PvP THJ. That would be fun to me because you know, I'm silly like that. All right. Next is the Executioner. I saw he was up. I should be able to get him single. Oh, no, hold on. Let's kill this one first. Sweating on the green cons. Let's go. That little XP boost was nice. Thank you again, Yonder Wiley. That was really good stuff. 110k HP, nice. That's higher than my like level 85 or whatever I was when I stopped playing retail back in the day. I found my old Magelo recently. I don't remember. I was like looking for some like lost media from the forum quest days, and I found a link to I think I found both links. I found the link to my old retail warrior, and then I found the Magelo to Chewy, my my Shadow Knight that's banned on this server, which is ridiculous. I didn't do anything. I was retired. Wasn't even EQ was not installed on my computer. I was not, you know, whatever they banned me for, I didn't do. Um, whatever. Ancient history. They told me I was welcome to make a new account, and I did. I'm better than ever, Got a new level 60 Shadow Knight with blackjack and hookers. Don't have a, you know, dark elf mask on my new one, but it's all right. It's all right. I got that Chardock spell that lets me go Skelly form. That's pretty cool too. It's like anything that makes me a little less large. I haven't been to Dragon Necropolis in a long time. Got into some PvP there at the zone line, maybe like last year. It was the first time I ever zoned in there, I think, in any server. I I wasn't around for Velius really, to be honest. Like that was when that one came out. I was still, you know, very noobish, derping my way through Classic and Kunark. And then, the DirectX. I never shut up about this stupid DirectX update, I know, but that's what took me out of the game. My computer couldn't handle it no more. Whether it's graphics card requirement or whatever, something. I didn't make the cut anymore. I couldn't log in. And that was right around when Lucklin was launching. So, I was out. I was out till got a new computer. I was Planes of Power. So I went back and did some Velius, did Tower of Frozen Shadow. Um, the raid guild I originally got with was doing what was it, the statue or whatever. I can't think of the shit in Caldra Cal. Um, but then after I got all geared up with that, then I was in a doing Planes of Power backflagging. And then I got all caught up, and then from then on, I was in cutting edge raid guild doing the shit. Sometimes main tank, but I was usually probably like second or third tank. Um, but some stuff required a tank cycle where you'd use defensive discipline, usually defensive, and when it's wearing off, you switch aggro off to the next tank. Good old like Omens of War or Gates of Discord, stuff like that. They're pretty rugged raid targets there. Anyways, that's my past life as a bluebie. I stayed cutting edge up until the Buried Sea. You know, they've had probably dozens of expansions past then. Yeah, Lucklands came out. AAs came out in Luckland. You're absolutely right. They sure did. I had um I had a lot of AAs at the time. You know what I mean? Like when I was playing, the amount of AAs I had was considered a good amount. Which I remember when they kind of punished those of us that had a lot of AAs with one patch. They patched it where um, you're you got bonus AA rate based on having less AAs, some shit like that. Like I don't remember the exact wording of it, but those of us that had really like grinded and had like a lot of AAs were getting new AAs slower than people that had like no AAs. It was to help them catch up or whatever, but like the new AAs that we were trying to get were important, and we were like falling behind because we were like too grinded. It was crazy. It was crazy, but yeah, whatever. Self inflicted problem. All right, executioner's down. My bags are like full again, so maybe I'll start make my way to the vendor. Try to fight out. I'm really that full. Dang. All right. If I'm going to the vendor, I can drop a couple arrows. It's fine. Well, This one's going down. And then I'm just fighting one. Alright, where'd the slow web go? At least it's no drop, so I know I'm not losing it. There we go. It's kind of a spicy fight right now, and I'm rooted. But I proc the slow, it should be fine. This damage shield's doing work on me, honestly. Nice. Let's just do a couple, a couple quick heals. Honestly, you know what I could do? I could cheese it. We can cheese it real quick. If you don't know what I mean by cheesing it, you'll see. I call it cheesing it because it's cheesy. Alright, you put the execution reacts on and start dealing ridiculous bow damage. AKA Bow Quest. You know, hate it or love it. Apparently it's a feature, not a bug. You're gonna have to get used to it. Yeah, I feel like P99 would get a lot of benefit having Lucklin. You know what I mean? As far as the way they're doing it, or like not the way they like kind of made a server and turned their back and basically I don't want to say abandon it, but like what's going on? Um, Velius is a weird expansion to be stuck on forever. Basically, is all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing to you run out of stuff to do eventually. Whereas Luckland, you're probably never running out of stuff. There's AAs to keep you busy for like years. Um, and the Luckland raids are on a whole different scale, right? Like the HP amounts of the targets are, you might say ridiculous, but that would definitely keep people busy on this server for sure. I love Luckland, so I think it would be a great addition. But the character model change, that's probably the what makes it a non-starter for most classic adherents, right? But all you had to do was, keep those boxes unchecked. Don't use Luckland models for anything. Sure, you can't use your mount, but small price to pay for, beauty such as this. I love classic. Looks so good. Luckland trolls are hideous. Luckland everything's hideous. They were trying their best, but you know. Yeah. I mean, that's the issue. It's volunteer. That's the real issue. But imagine if we had a bazaar. Like, okay, maybe like there's something fun and classic and endearing about East Common's tunnel. Um, but how nice would it be to set up your bazaar trader before you go to bed and then wake up seeing that some stuff sold overnight? That's the way we used to do it. Once the bazaar was added, and it was amazing. What a huge quality of life upgrade. You know, as fun as the East Commons tunnel is, um, and how immersive that can be if you're into that sort of thing. It's really a hindrance on you know trading. Let's face it, compared to you know tried and true. bizarre system. 9 players online now. Server's waking up. Love to see it. Cheers, server. Right, right. It's rose-colored glasses, you know? Um, like I remember the first time I went to the East Commons Tunnel way back in the day. Because on my server that was the hotness. When I changed servers, people play or did their trades in Greater Fay, which honestly made more sense to me because there's a bank in the zone. But on Moral Fool, they used East Commons Tunnel, and I remember the first time I went there, I was blown away by how many players there were, and then my computer was blown away by somebody spamming J boots. Um, it like lagged me out, crashed me, but it was cool. And I used to daydream about how I could make plat, um, like kind of being a pipeline, bringing stuff from the swamp up to the tunnel, since I knew the way across the desert. Um, I never, that never ended up being my get rich quick scheme that I thought it would be, but I did, make enough to get some bandit armor. I might even got a couple pieces of bronze armor. Um, 'Cause I was always looking for bandit or better, and if somebody hit me up with some or better, I probably couldn't afford it, but I did eventually get a couple pieces of bronze. I was like bandit and bronze, and it was a mess. THJ has the title Radiant Chick. Introducing. Let's see here. I'm really getting full of loot. Problematic. We're just getting started over here. Remember earlier in the stream, me and Yonder Wiley cleared the frenzy placeholder? Well, guess what? Something's up. Something popped. So I hear. But that's our little secret. That's between me and you. All right. Nobody needs to know that a particular infamous named is up. You know, we gotta be careful. It's the PvP server. We can't be too can't get too complacent. Anyways, let me heal a couple times. I'm still here. I'm still here. Let's go. Big crack in the house. Oh. Levitate faded. I knew that. I saw the levitate fade, and I was thinking like, I gotta remember levitate faded. Um, but I didn't. I didn't remember. All right, let's clear this. Let's go. All right. Let's look at what we got. All right. Frenzy in the middle. Dark blue bloodthirsty on the right. And looks like a light green Erd Wizard, regular green. Dark blue Frenzy. All right. The big guy himself. Gonna let Crack deal with that. Staying back. I'll let Crack well, I'm just a warrior. You know what I mean? Like, right? Could you imagine seeing a FBSS this morning? It'd be great. Most good. I might as well just keep clicking my heel while he's doing the split. Oh, he's doing it. I see he's taking some damage, right? Regain concentration. That must have been the snare. Regain concentration. Uh-oh, he's still taking damage. And that might be a feign death fail or something. I'll give him a sec. All right. Regains concentration. Looks good. I'll wait till he calls me. Right? I'm basing everything I know on very few clues here, right? Casting messages and HP, velocity. Looks good. I'm sure they're still derping around in the hallway. Probably not safe for me to peek yet, but uh-oh. Uh-oh. He's taking damage. What's happening? Is that single? That's actually single, huh? All right. He didn't call for it, but I'm alert. I'm alert. Trying to land slow. All right, Canyoneer Pike, do your thing. I know, this ghoul's swinging a little fast. What do you think? I'm trying to slow it down. There we go. Not swinging so fast no more. It's like he's in a frenzy. We should differentiate him from the other ghouls because of that. Right? The dude's supposed to be a secret. Nobody knew. Nobody knows this thing's up. He's a rare spawn. Why would he be up? All right. All this work for a moonstone ring? Now, let's see. Let's see. Come on. I say that because it's like, I'd say probably 7 out of 8 times it's going to be a moonstone ring. That's my estimate. source dude, trust me, I've killed this thing a lot. It's almost always ring. Oh, sash. Sashing. Right? I'm assuming you're already like wearing one, right? Well, anyway, hey, if any viewers want an FBSS, we got a spare. Um, I'm pretty sure Crack has all the FBSSs he needs. I have all the FBSs I need. Only reason I could even loot that one is because I'm wearing RBB instead. Um, who? I thought it was a ring. I really did. That's why I was talking all this ring talk. But Frankenbeans called it. You know, a true. It takes a true eye for detail to notice that frenzy was swinging a little fast, a little fast. Usually I'll look at it and be like, oh yeah, this is fast. This is FBSS. Then it's definitely a ring. But it wasn't my assessment. It was Frankenbeans. Correct. Correct assessment. How exciting. How exciting. Well, if Crack needs it, obviously I'll help him get it on whatever alt. But if any new players need one, I got plenty too. You know what I mean? Like we can all have FBSSs. Um, sometimes I'll even use one on the chanter, give it to a pet, you know, go totally crazy. But honestly, that was exciting. I'm hype. I like when stuff happens on the rise and grind like that because it's early still. You know, we're just getting started in the day. And we're getting started right. You know, coffee and frogloks, FBSS, hanging with pals, just palling around and chilling and playing EQ. You know, and then the day starts, and you know, I'm already elevated to a good mood. Hey, Palestine, don't worry about it. Hit me up on Discord anytime. We'll make it happen. Doesn't have to be today. You know, we're constant as the Northern Star. Just look for any flower, really. Somebody will hook you up with something, I'm sure. Would you have to sneak it open and the laptop at work? How's the logistics of that? I used to sneak a little EQ at work at one of my jobs once upon a time. It was fine, you know. I had very little oversight. Um, I did have a lot of stuff I had to get done through the day, but you know, if it was a slower day, oh yeah, I was. But mostly, I'd be playing Forum Quest more than EverQuest. You know what I mean? I had my photo bucket of screenshots, you know, and start editing them into picture stories, clown somebody in the forums, start an argument. You know, it was fun. I like Discord better though, and you know, Twitch, YouTube, all the stuff we got nowadays that I guess YouTube existed back then, but I don't know. Nobody was really live streaming EQ when P99 first came out. Maybe they were. Hmm. Anybody remember what the EverQuest content scene was like when P99 launched? I was just too heavily involved in Forum Quest. I couldn't be bothered to check other uh, platforms. Wow. So are you like on the other side of one of those mirrors? Is it like a two-way or one-way or whatever? Are those called two-way mirrors or one-way mirrors? How's that work? That's pretty neat. Important work. Somebody's got to do it. Yeah, Ventrilo. I know. I was just the other day. I was thinking back on like kind of the history of stuff like that because Skype just closed, right? No more Skype, and um that was ancient. That was ancient technology. I think I was using Skype before Ventrilo, before TeamSpeak, before Discord. But now I'm trying to remember what Ventrilo and TeamSpeak, which one was before the other? They were kind of contemporary, but I feel like there was a shift in popularity. You know what I mean? Like they were sequential in one way. I think it was Ventrilo and then TeamSpeak, but maybe I got it backwards. Either way, it's Roger Wilco. I haven't heard that in so long. Wow. I might have used Roger Wilco a couple times, but I feel like I went for Skype instead. Yeah, it's all back in the day stuff. So I'm stuck. Where'd you go? Where are you fighting this? All right, let's see if I can land an early slow. Oh, you're fearing it. That's cool. Love fear, honestly. That rooted you, nice. I'm on it. Even though you're fearing it, I'm still trying to land a slow anyway. Um, First time I ever heard about live streaming EverQuest, I was still playing Red, but it wasn't early in Red. Kunark was definitely out. Um, I remember hearing that somebody was doing a stream where they were specifically trying to kill me, right? That was like the name of their stream or something, like Hunting Chewy, something like that. Um, there we go, yawn, finally. Anyway, they were streaming that they were hunting me, and anyway, we found each other in Dreadlands. They were with a crew, I was with a crew, and I killed them. And like while we it was like while we were in Dreadlands, I think is when I found out that it was a live stream. And I loaded it up just in time for it to end. Like it ended with like my face, like right there. Like not my face, but Chewy's face, my Shadow Knight. He ended the stream before I killed him, but I did kill him. And I don't think he ever went live again. If anybody remembers that, let me know. This was like 10 to 12 years ago, probably 11 years ago, if I had to guess. If that sounds familiar to anybody, that was the first time I ever heard about live streaming EQ. That somebody was live streaming trying to hunt me, and they failed. I don't remember too many. I think they were a wizard or something like that. I really don't remember too many details. I'd never like seen them before, but I was probably with Lorigu and Beck. Maybe Salem was on. You know, the good old crew. We're getting some friggin' ads, huh? Where'd the other one go? Oh, here it is. Just very slow. Oh, I interrupted my levitate. That was freaking genius. Anyways, yeah, back in what I call the dark ages, right? Like the server, you look at the slash who all right now, right? And you see a handful of players. I would consider us back in the dark ages, honestly. Like it's a little, there's a glimmer here, you know what I mean? Like sometimes certain hours it looks okay. Um, if you could imagine it looking like this kind of population at peak hours. This is what I'm talking about when I say the dark ages, right? Like we're like almost in dark ages right now. They're dim ages. Um, there must have been like a resurgence when Velius finally launched. I was still retired. I didn't come out of retirement for Velius. I really didn't care. Um, so I missed whatever came in between the dark ages I'm talking about and today's dim ages. But back in the dark ages, I was public enemy number one on this server. You know what I mean? Like there was really nobody else for the Duke or any of the names you might have heard of. Um, there's nobody else for them to really oppose. Uh, but Flowers are as constant as the Northern Star, so it became Flowers versus Nihilum. And then there was the Friends incident, right? I call it an incident because like I wasn't really involved, but not really friend, the era. Um, and that was pretty much everybody that wasn't Flowers, plus some of the Flowers joined friends too, like Salem or whatever. They wanted to raid. So I'm cool with doing like group stuff, but like guys, raids, those take like all day. We've got time for that. Anyways, we're just getting started over here. We killed Frenzy, we got the Sash, we killed Sentinel. What dropped? Anybody loot that? I didn't look. Something dropped, I'm sure. I'm not sure if we looted that. If I scroll way up, let's see if I see it. It's like it's gone. Whatever it was, it's out of my spam. Um, right. Anyways, whatever. There's either gloves or a brigandine tunic. Either way, stuff that would go to a vendor probably because um, we all got plenty of that. Hey, if anybody needs a brigandine tunic or dark mail gauntlets on Red 99, hit me up. That's the only catch. It's on Red 99, not blue, not green, not Quarm, not THJ, not friggin' drug box, not any of those. It's Red 99, the premier EverQuest PvP server, where the champions remain, only the strong survive, etc., etc. It's the place to be. And speaking of the place to be, we got a Discord. There's a link in the about or whatever. It's called the Swamp. Hop on in. The water's fine. You're gonna love it. Um, if I made it past that wizard, I was gonna be just totally shocked because I'm not invisible. But I was running past everything else just fine. But the wizard saw me. Anyways, yeah, it's about that time. Almost time for me to, you know, log off Norath for the day and face the real world. It is what it is. But I'm gonna face it prepared, alert, awake, learning lessons that only Norath can teach me. Wait, shit. Did somebody need this one? Words of acquisition. I feel like somebody was asking for this. I'll look that up. Oh, I pulled three. That was stupid. What am I doing? Man, the school route is hefty. Not that I have much room to run around, really, but it's good to have the option. All right, finally stuck a route on the one that's about to die anyway, but whatever. Two routes. I get I get risky once I'm in a group or a duo. You know what I mean? I just start doing dumb shit. When I'm solo, then I'm careful. But once I'm risking my friends, then I'm like, I'm gonna pull three without health. We're doing fine though. Easy mode. All right. Time to vendor. Thank you. All right. Actually, one more thing before I vendor. Let me look. Let me peek. No cav. How about executioner? I'd even kill a savant if it's up. You know, clear that placeholder too. No executioner. No cavalier. No savant. I'm out. I'm out this zone. Let's try to vendor before the end. Can I make it 3 minutes? Let me look up here too. I'm doing a lot of dilly dallying for somebody who's in a rush to get to the vendor. Assass Assassin's up. Hold on. What you got? What you got? Is that a dagger? No, assassin with a mask. Anybody need dark elf mask? Unfortunately, it's the nerf version, the one that's bard and rogue only. Not the guise of the deceiver that is really cool and good. It's the the one that's effectively the same but can't be clicked. You know, if you're a bard or a rogue, it's very good. Especially like a barbarian rogue, you know, be able to shrink down to like a more manageable size. Also have you know, a more evil faction. Plus the look of dark elves is so good, you know. Like the plate armor looks so good on them, chain armor looks so good on them. Like the Fashion Quest victors, in my opinion. And this is coming from a troll, you know. I know all the gear that I'm wearing looks better on a dark elf. I know this. I understand that. Anyways, usually I don't run this way out. Two ladders is a little much. But I'm doing it today. You gotta hop that plank. It's faster than ducking it, you know? I'll teach you all the little tricks, the guck tricks. I'm a guckspert, all right? If you don't know, now you know. It only takes about a minute to make it through the zone. If it takes you more than 1 minute, you're probably taking the slow way. That's it. If I had the faction, I would go through live side from, and hit the swamp that much faster. Skip upper duck altogether on the way out, but I don't have the faction, you guys. They don't trust me like that. I gotta kill like 1,000 more undead frogs, maybe 5,000 more undead frogs. I don't know who's counting. Either way, I'm scowled at, ready to attack by frogloks. It's a misunderstanding. They would love me if only they knew how much I defended them. But anyways, just getting started over here. I'm gonna hit grab. We're gonna see what the grand total haul is, right? All this plat. And it was only two short sessions in Guck, really. It was Tuesday afternoon. I played a little bit on the Warrior. Not enough. I wish I was on the Warrior more, I wish when those invaders came, I wasn't on the Cleric. I was on the Warrior instead. But I had to do a res. I still had fun on the Cleric, but like, I don't know if you guys saw it. Like, I'm hitting them with all the nukes I got, and it's just not enough. It doesn't do shit. Um, I could survive as a cleric, but as far as getting a kill against geared warrior, geared druid, no, it wasn't happening. But had fun anyway. Win, lose, or draw. I love EQ PvP. It brings me a lot of excitement. So, Solus Hall. 4 black pearls? Wow. That's a hefty stat. Executioner Hood, 40 plat. Adamantite Eplots, 186 and change. Couple Garguys, Peridot. Oh, 3 Topaz. That's the haul. That looks like 700 plus platinum. Let's go change it all over and see. Honestly, that's not bad for just a little couple hours in Guck. Getting a little XP. And, oh, broke 800. Nice, 802 plat. That's a good haul. All right, everybody. I had a blast this morning, and everybody who hung out with me, I really appreciate it. Frank and Beans, Palestine, Grimlust, The Dude, Cage, Ban, Yonder Wiley, Splendid Genesis, everybody. Everybody except for the spammer who was advertising cheap viewers on whatever fucking spam site. No. Everybody else. I really appreciate you. And if you're quietly lurking and I didn't even know you were here, well, you know, if you say something in chat, I'll know. But that being said, the next stream is the Sunday Swamptacular Splash Fest 2025. Are we really on number? I gotta double check. I think number 19, number 20. We're getting there. We're almost halfway through the year. Um, which however many Sundays there are in this year, that's what number we're about to be on because it's solid. It's constant. It's every week. From 6 a.m. Yes, 6 a.m. It sounds insane, I know. Guess what? That's when it happens. All the way till 1 p.m. So, file in when you get up. Grab your coffee, maybe in a Glurky mug. Shout out to Glurky. But anyways, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Let's see who's streaming EverQuest this morning. I like to finish strong with a raid. I hope you're all ready to raid. You ever watch Jump King? See somebody's playing Jump King, and that game looks really fun and frustrating. Um, but hold on a sec. Let's see. All right, Sanguine's streaming. It looks like they're in Plane of Hate again. Let's go see what he thinks about the Plane of Hate changes. It doesn't affect me, right? Red 99. They say the rules affect us. We have a play nice policy, but like as far as camp checks and stuff like that, it doesn't apply, right? To the victor goes the spoils. But on blue or green, these changes seem big. So let's see what he thinks about the Plane of Hate changes. All right. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I really appreciate you. And I'll see you Sunday morning. So, yeah, talk to you then. Peace.